This teaching is for women, and we're in Romans chapter 2, and we're going to start in verse 12. No, we're actually going to go jump just verse 13. For not the hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers of the law shall be justified. The law that's talked about here, and you can do your own research and read this yourself, and you're going to need to understand there's a difference between the covenant that happened at the rock of Horeb in the living water and the one at Sinai. There's videos out there on that. You just need to go to straightisthegate.net and it will help you understand. For not the hearers of the 10 commandments are just before God, because he spoke the law at Horeb, but the doers of the law shall be justified. So it was the voice of God when he gave them the 10 commandments. For when the Gentiles, which have not the law, because they weren't present necessarily, there was some of them, Gentiles possibly in the congregation, but it was given to pretty much Israel, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law, which is the 10 commandments, once again, these having not the law, or a law unto themselves, which show the work of the law, the 10 commandments, written in their hearts, their conscience also bearing witness, their thoughts the meanwhile accusing or also excusing one another. So, which show the works of the law written in their heart. That is the evidence. This is what gets you the Spirit of truth, which is talked about in John chapter 14. So, study the Word so you understand that the 10 Commandments stands. You must keep the Sabbath day. You must take down all your idols, your Christmas tree and all that, and worship him in spirit and truth. There's no truth, no truth in bowing down to a Christmas tree and singing, "Oh, Holy Christmas Tree," and decking it with silver and gold, which talks about in Jeremiah 10, and feeding it gifts and putting out your food offering to Santa Claus with your milk and cookies. It's all pagan. It's absolutely wickedness. And in Psalms, I think it's 115 and 135 tells you that those who have those idols will become deaf, dumb, and blind, just as their idols are. Your tree doesn't speak. It's deaf, dumb, and blind. Your crosses doesn't speak. It was the stake he was on, and you weren't supposed to be bowing down to that either. He makes it very clear in the scriptures. You just have to read it. I didn't know this either. I grew up in the church and didn't know. I just didn't know. They don't teach you these things. You have to seek it out on your own. Go and read the scriptures and rightly divide the word of truth, or the word, so you can actually get the Spirit of truth by keeping the commandments. Repent for these things so that the law can be